Hey guys, so we are here today in this barn, nice barn, because we decided that we need one more car, just one more. And we've known about this car for several years. The owner was not ready to sell yet, and now she is. And so we made a deal on the car, and so now we start the process of getting it out of this barn. This car has been parked in this barn for 47 years, and it is in really good shape. Being as it's been inside and everything, the tires are completely flat, of course. The engine was stuck a little bit, but I was able to unstick it by hand. Everything's there. The car's complete. No rust on the car, other than some rust on the driver's floorboard. Looks like some water got in there at some point. But anyway, the mice have had a good time in it. Definitely made it their home. They're gone now, but they did the damage to the front seat and maybe a little bit of wiring, but most of the wiring looks pretty complete. So now we start the process of getting this car out of this barn. And that is going to be a process because there is a lot of stuff in here. The car is kind of in a back corner, and so we're going to get it out. So, are you ready to see the car? It's old. It's been sitting for 47 years in this barn and has not moved. Last time it was licensed, tagged, was in 1976. The car is a 1961. I'm pretty excited about this one. It's a little bit of an oddball, and you don't see them every day. Pretty excited about this one. Here you go. 1961 Nash Metropolitan. Complete car, everything's there. The body's in really good shape. The mice have done their damage, like I said, in the driver's seat, in the front seat. And there's a little bit of rust on the driver's floor. But other than that, the car is super clean. So now we start the process. You see it's back in this corner of this barn, tucked back there. And so we got to get the tires aired up or get new tires if that doesn't work for us. And get this thing spun around and rolled out of here and dig into it and see what we can do. on there. Not bad for a Harbor Freight guy. So I guess I'll move the truck. We'll roll it down and put it off to the side. Or can we leave it right here? All right, guys, we got the Metro to the door of the barn, and this thing is about to come out into the sun for the first time in 47 years. One wants to steer and brake.
Me too. Does the brake work?
The parking brake. Does the parking brake work?
Why don't me and Gavin push? What are you doing up there?
Oh, jeez. Now will it roll? Or did it stick?
Stuck.
Can I push it? Hold on.
I kind of want you to steer and brake. Can we push?
Yep. I didn't see it in there.
Hey, let's do that, Gavin. Hey, let's do that, Gavin.
There it is, guys. 1961 Nash Metropolitan. Back outside in the sun. First time in 47 years. Now we just got to get this thing loaded up and over to the house. Start working on it. Now we can actually walk around this thing and check it out. Pretty complete car. Somebody tried to start it at one point. They even put a second ignition in it, and so the wiring's a little screwy. Got to work on that. But there she is. And that thing has been sitting in this barn back in this corner for a long, long time. Pretty awesome. All right, it is time to get this car cleaned up. We're gonna shoot a little bit of water at it and see what we find underneath all that dirt. Here we go. Well, there it is. That's about all we can do with the pressure washer. Took the heavy gunk off. Still got quite a bit to do. Little 1500cc 4-cylinder engine. Looks like because it's sat in the barn for years that it's got quite a few scratches, dings and stuff. Looks like somebody stored farm equipment on top of it, and oil and grease has run all over the car. We'll clean it up as good as we can. Plan is to leave this paint just as it is, just clean it up as well as we can, and go from there. Interior's decent. The mice did get to the front seat. They've got a massive nest underneath, but overall not bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mouse Hotel right there. They've been living the dream. So, next step will be to get this inside all vacuumed out and see what we can find in there. Found a little bit of rust on the driver's side floorboard, but not much. Looks like as I pressure wash, there's some standing water over there. That may be part of the problem. They got the headliner a little bit. Went ahead and just made themselves a door right there. And fun fact about Metros, the early ones did not have a trunk lid, and this panel at the back seat was the only access into the trunk. And then a few years in, they decided to go ahead and put a trunk lid on the car so it was easier to access. It's kind of funny. But, yep, there it is. Pretty cool. I'm not a Nash guy. I've never dealt with these cars. I've seen them, but I know next to nothing about them. But I'm learning fast. So we'll get into it and learn a whole bunch more. Hopefully we can get it on the road fairly soon. That'd be awesome. Excited to drive this thing. Might as well show you the trunk. It's got a pretty big trunk for such a small car. It's pretty interesting. Got the old jack handle, the original jack, an extra tube, and it looks like the tire cover for the spare tire, which that spare tire goes right on the back here. And I actually took that tire off. I got 3 of the tires there up at the barn, and this one I could not get the bead to seal again because it's been flat so long, and so I swapped it out. Got the spare to hold air for about a day, and put that on the car for now so we can roll it around. But it's sad because these tires, I think, were, well, you can see these tires, I think, were brand new when they parked it, or pretty close. And just because they've sat for so long and flat, they're dry rotted, and definitely gonna have to get new tires, but that's to be expected. So, but yeah, the trunk amazes me with how big it is for such a small car. That's half the car right there. So, but they put the gas tank down low. The trunk is really deep. So, but if you can imagine this car with no trunk lid and having to get into the trunk from the back seat, what a pain. So pretty good move on their part, I think, to go ahead and put a trunk lid on here. So that's that. All right, we were back out here with the Nash. This thing, we got to do some cleaning on it. We got to clean out the interior. It smells bad in there. It's bad. I'll just be honest with you. Not going to sugarcoat it. Smells like a bunch of rats and a bunch of mice got together and decided, you know what, we're going to join forces. We're going to cram as many of us as we can in this little car for as long as possible. And they did it under the seat, the front seat, and they did quite a job. So it's rotten. So we're gonna see if we can get most of that stuff out of there, see what the floorboards look like, and if we can get this thing cleaned up a little bit. I'll give you another walk around just to show you what we got, what we're starting with. All right, here it is. So let's see, we'll just start in the front. Everything looks pretty complete here. Little 1500cc engine. Pretty interesting how they built these. I just noted, I was looking around, I noticed the heater hose goes up to the heater. Has some kind of tap off of this rubber hose. They just teed it right into the radiator hose down there. I don't know if that's factory or what we got going on there, but it looks like we're gonna need a new one either way. That's that. Back here in the trunk, this was on the bottom of the trunk lid, but sitting in the sun it's kind of melted off, so got an extra tube, we can go tubing. That's cool. Spare tire cover, cool. And we got the jack handle. Oh, extra belt. We are definitely going to need that. It's barely even ruined. Cool. All right, very nice. Then we got a little bit of damage on the door panel. Front floorboard. That poor seat needs help. We have 2 ignitions, which is twice as good as one if you know anything about cars. The back seat. This little hatch pops open and there's your trunk. Battery is underneath here. There's the battery. Excellent place for that. And for the best part, this is what's going on here. So I don't think that's supposed to be like that, but we'll see if we can. This bee is obsessed with me right now, so we're gonna see if we can get that vacuumed out, make that just a little bit better than it is, because I don't think I can deal with that much longer. All right, let's get started. Nope, you don't even want to have anything to do with it. Here's what we're starting with. Got the seat out. Now you can see how much they've accumulated on the floor. So, go ahead and get that vacuumed out. We got the Nash pressure washed, vacuumed out. I sprinkled some stuff in there, try to get rid of the smell of the mice and the rats. It's not working. It's rotten in there. We found some treasures inside, so if you want to come over, just walk over here. I'll show you what it looks like now. So as you can see, the floors are not that bad. Like I said earlier, a little bit of rust on the driver's side floorboard, and but that's it. That's all I've found. Pretty solid car. But man, that smell is not going away anytime soon. So, not sure what I'm going to do about that. Got the trunk vacuumed out, got the mat out of it. Really good shape there. Here's some of our treasures. Check that out. Look at this. Little race car. Rolls Royce. Matchbox Rolls Royce. Made in England. I mean, that's worth the purchase right there. Just made our money back. Some cool shades. Extra windshield wiper. Couple hangers. Who knows what was going on. Hacksaw blade. We got it all. Everything you need right here with the car. Perfect. So that's going to do it for this video. In the future, next steps are, before we go any further on the cleaning the car up, is to see if we can get it to fire at least and know if it's going to run or what we got to do. I saw already there was an issue with a freeze plug on the block, so it's leaking some water, so may end up having to pull the motor and do new gaskets and seals. We'll see, but if we could at least get it to fire, that'd be awesome. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.